I wanted to wait before the Bond buff before making this tier list because before the Bond buff, literally Bond was maybe in the fun to use tier. But now after the Bond buff and using them for a bit, I feel like Bond is in God tier. Now, there's a reason, right? If you get Bond's cards, he is unstoppable. Like, he provides so much now. He one-shots himself and stuff like that. He is really freaking good now, okay? He is really freaking good. I would even consider him putting him like top 10 in the game. He might be top 10 in the game. Might be close to like the top 6, 5 range, but we're there. He's a probably top 5. I don't know. I'm gonna just keep it freaking phrasing myself each time here if I don't stop. Alright, so the tiers go is God tier, we got meta, sub meta, fun to use, funny haha, PvE, and dog. You get the rest. Okay, so let me explain to you on the tiers first. As far as meta goes, is you pretty much see these units always once you load into PvP. Like, you always see them. Like, there's no time where you don't see them. Sub meta is units you can sub out on a team. For example, let's go with the unknown team because it is the most popular team because it has the most characters. Actually, Demon Team is most popular, but for the unknown team, the main units you want to build the unknown team is Echidna, which I don't have on here. What the hell? Which is Echidna, which I don't know why I didn't have on here. But yeah, you have Echidna, and then you have probably Jelaine, right? And then you have 2 sub-units on that team, so that could either be Roxy. You can go with Roxy, you can go with Gowther, you can go with Philo, you can go with Merlin. You have so many options for the unknown team. Like, that's what I mean, like some meta. Then fun to use. Now, these characters are still, you know, very, very good, but they're just fun to use as far as, like, you know, teams goes. For example, Rudius, who I think is very underrated, and honestly, I'm gonna test him out again with the new Bond. And if he performs a lot better for the next tier list, he might even go up a tier because he is a lot better than you would expect, right? I feel like he's so underrated, man. He just doesn't have a proper team yet. And then once he gets his proper team, maybe it's with the Bond, he is going to be freaking fantastic. So that's what I think. Naofumi team, Naofumi is still kind of cracked if you use him properly. Again, he's so very limited to the teams you can make with him. Because, like, you know, he's got to be, like, blue and all that kind of stuff. They kind of, like, restricted him way too much. Same with Rudius, I feel like. And then, you know, you have this Bond who's still usable. I want to do, like, a Bond versus Bond video. I think that'll be kind of funny. Like, I use this Bond and then the other team uses this Bond and see who wins the PvP match. I feel like that would be kind of... Maybe that's the next wave of videos, huh? Doing, like, a versus series against teams, maybe potentially. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I could change some units on here. For example, I can move this guy down here. Fun to use. He's more like a sub unit than anything. You don't really use him other than that. I don't know why she's here. Same with you. And Meliodas, I feel like this Meliodas is more of a PvE unit now than anything. If you use him for anything. So yeah, I'm gonna move that down. But other than that, man, I really like my tier list. I feel like it's very, very, very good. Let's look at the dog water tier list. Yep, dog water. Yep. Some of these units need relics, bro. Like these units suck. I mean, some of them have relics, but they're just really, really freaking bad. Oh man, yeah, that's pretty fair. You have the new freaking unit here as well. I am missing 2 units on here, which is the Arthur, which I will cover in the next tier list for the upcoming month, because we still do not have the Arthur, so we still haven't tested him out, so we don't know how good he's going to be. And then you have Tristan, which honestly I would put Tristan in here, yeah, where he belongs, bro. Just, you know, where Tristan belongs, in that tier, right down there. All the way down there. Yeah, down there. But overall, I do like my tier. list, and I feel like it's very, very good. Rimuru, obviously being sub meta, like you can sub him out in the unknown team if you really, really wanted to. This Merlin, like I said, she could go down because she was very good with Bob, and now she's more of like a sub meta character. Same with Margaret. No, Margaret's very meta with Mile. Like if you face Mile, you're facing Margaret, and then if you face Mile and Margaret, you're facing Goddess Liz, which is she's in sub meta. But on the occasion, right, sometimes you are facing like a Sario with them. So I like this a lot. Demon team, it's Melly Estarossa, LR Melly, and then you have your Chandler. Which honestly sometimes is being replaced by Zelda, so I don't know why. But you see my point in my tier list. You see it. Very, very interesting changes, man. Like from the past month to this month, we've had a lot of stuff happening. I think PvP is pretty balanced right now for the most part. Obviously, LR Meliodas is a freaking havoc in PvP right now. He's just fantastic, and it's honestly what the game needed. LR Meliodas is probably the best thing that happened to PvP, bro. Like, it ends the game. I'll be honest. It's bringing a lot of players back, playing the game, because LR Meliodas is, just LR Meliodas. Like, he is the first festival. He is Lost Vein Meliodas, like, he's a goddamn LR. So, yes, that's the thing. I'm curious what the next LR is going to be and how insanely broken the man's going to be. Alright, so that's gonna do it for this tier list. Kind of pretty short, right? Pretty short and simple. You got your PvE stuff, you got your funny haha, you got your fun to use tiers. So yeah, I never ranked the SR and R characters because there's no need for it, to be quite honest with you. But yeah, that's gonna conclude this month's tier list. Let me know what you guys think. What would you change on this tier list? And yeah, just let me know what your opinion is on the new bot. I feel like personally from using him, he's first turn, you're guaranteed to kill somebody always now, like because of his passive change. You're guaranteed to kill somebody, and he works now with more teams than just 7 Deadly Sins, which is fantastic because that is helping out other freaking units out, like the human teams, which I'm going to be testing out with Sigurd and what's it called, Rudius again. Then you have your Roxy, support as well. So yeah, maybe Naofumi Bond would be an interesting team. Damn, that would be an interesting team. All right, I'm gonna stop rambling because I'm gonna just get into too many things. All right, catch you guys later.